Today I am going to show you how I style my hair extensions. In my last vlog, I told you that I was getting my hair extensions done and I didn't speak too much about it because it was sort of like a busy trip for me. I've had them for about 3 weeks now, and now I can tell you a little bit more about my experience with them. So I had 2 rows put in and they were sewn in. That was like a really easy process. It took about maybe like an hour, hour and a half for her to do it. One mistake I made was cutting my hair before putting the extensions in, so that's why they had to do 2 rows because my hair was too short and blunt for the extensions to blend in. So one thing to note, if you're thinking about getting extensions, do not cut your hair before. If anything, longer and scraggly is better, and then you can just let your stylist deal with your split ends and making sure that they're nice and healthy. My experience with my hair extensions has been good. They definitely feel heavy, and it took a couple weeks to adjust to sleeping in them because you can feel the rows when you lay down on your back or even on your side. And I felt like there was a lot of weight on my neck, so I kept having to push my neck forward and up. Working out was a little more challenging, doing ponytails. Definitely shampooing my hair is a lot harder. I have to do it in sections. So I can do a video about how to wash your hair with hair extensions, but today I was going to show you what I do when I get up and how I curl my extensions and style them. You can kind of see now the full length of my extensions. They go down to the curve of my side, I guess. They're really long. They're 22 inches. And this is how it looks when I wake up. It's slightly wavy. Some of the curl held, but not really. So if I was going to work, I might just curl these front pieces and spray it and call it a day. But since I'm getting ready to go out for dinner tonight, I need to get a little more dressed up than that, so I'm going to do the whole thing. Step 1, I usually spray in my heat protectant. Right now I'm using the Serum Chromothermique by Kerastase. It's the Chroma Absolu. This product you need to shake up, and then I'll just do a couple spritz on each side. I like to do half a spritz on the very tips of my extensions because they're the driest. That one smells so good, by the way. So now I'm going to go in with my wet brush and just start at the bottom. Very gently brush all the way up. This also distributes the heat protection throughout all the hair. Then I section out, and I start by taking everything that's above the top weft, and you can kind of feel that weft. So this piece I'm just going to clip out of the way. Now I'm taking the top weft. Now I'm going to clip that up into there too. Okay, so now my top section clipped up, I have my top weft clipped up. And now what I have down here is all the hair that's in between the 2 wefts. And you can see this is my natural hair, and this is the extension here. Plus I have the hair that's below the bottom weft. And I'm going to curl all these 3 sections separately because that creates the most natural movement. And I find it easiest to start by splitting the hair in 2, bringing the hair forward, and then I can kind of just drop out all my natural hair. And then I'm going to put the extension towards the back and do the same on this side. Now I have my T3 that's heated up. I'm doing it on 4 out of 5 circles. With the extensions, I find that I need a little more heat. These bottom sections I'm doing very quickly, so it's not going to hurt my natural hair. So the key with the bottom pieces is to not over curl it because you want it to blend in. Taking a small section of my natural hair and then just doing 1 curl and then flat ironing the end. And I'm just going to continue to work my way towards the front of my face. You can see I made sure to not curl the ends so they're still straight, and then just get a slight wave in the midsection of the hair. So I clipped up all my natural hair that's above my bottom left. And now I'm gonna take the hair forward, and this is all extension hair. And I'm just gonna curl it in small sections. The extensions take a lot longer to warm up. I have no idea why. It's natural hair, but it just doesn't warm up as fast as mine does. So the biggest mistake I've made with my extensions so far is braiding them too tightly when they were still slightly damp, because it came out like a crimped 80s look the next day and it's so hard to get out. So some of these ends still have that in there, which is why in these sections where I'm seeing that big crimp, I'm just starting the curl further down and not leaving it as straight, because I have to get rid of that. Otherwise it's just gonna look a little like tattered and not as cute. So this technique will work with clip-ins, it'll work with tape-ins, and any other type of extension that you have. With clip-ins, you might be able to curl it before you put them in. That just makes everything easier, and then you can just spruce it up. Okay, so bottom row done. I will say my 8-minute morning routine no longer exists. I don't know if it's an extension thing or a lot of hair thing, but it takes me like 30 minutes just to get my hair done these days. So that is also one disadvantage. It looks great when it's done and feels fine when I'm walking around, but sleeping and doing my hair and washing my hair, that's when, you know, you're definitely adding more maintenance to your routine. So these middle sections, I sometimes just take them in one big chunk. I don't have a lot of hair in between these wefts, and then just do a small curl and then separate them later. So I'm not styling right now, I'm just curling, and then I can go back and fix anything that needs to be fixed. You can see how it's kind of like coming together. It's looking very natural. Now I'm taking down my top weft and doing the same exact thing, starting in the back, taking small sections, because each section has a lot of hair anyway, and then working my way towards the front of my face. Alright, we made it to the last section of the weft. It's not really hard, it's just time consuming, and you're just sitting here waiting for the curling iron to heat up. I guess you can just meditate, think about your day, because there's nothing else you can really do. Look at that fullness, look at that hair. Wow, wow, wow. So now I'm taking down the top. This is all my natural up here, and I'm doing a middle part. So again, I just bring everything forward, and then I like to brush out the top section before I start curling. And this top section is what everyone sees the most, so you want it to look really good. So take your time on it. Ba-ba-boom. That's one side. Now I'm going on to my next side, doing the same exact thing. I curled my hair, and I probably will just let it shake up on its own throughout the day. Now you have beautiful, full, curled, and natural looking hair extensions. So everything blends. You can't really see your natural hair or anything like that. But yeah, it's super glam. I love having my extensions. It's definitely worth the extra time and effort. Let me know if you have any questions or if you want any more follow-up videos about hair extensions. And don't forget to subscribe if you like hair, beauty, and fashion. I will see you next time.